Dear students, welcome to the module on Python database programming. We all know that data is everywhere and software applications use that. Data is either in memory, files or databases. The database is a collection of organized information that can easily be used, managed, updated, and they are classified according to their organizational approach. From a construction firm to a stock exchange, every organization depends upon large databases. These are essentially collections of tables and connected with each other through columns. These database systems support SQL, the structured query language, which is used to create, access and manipulate the data. The Python programming language has powerful features for database programming. Python also supports data definition language, shortly called as DDL, data manipulation language called as DML, and data query statements. There are many good reasons to use Python for programming database applications. Programming in Python is arguably more simple, efficient and faster compared to other languages. Python database is portable, it is platform independent, it supports SQL cursors. In many programming languages, the application developer needs to take care of the open and closed connections of the database to avoid further exceptions and errors. In Python, these connections are taken care of. Python supports relational database systems. Python database APIs are compatible with other databases, so it is very easy to migrate and port database application interfaces. For database programming, the Python DB API is a widely used module or standard that provides a database application programming interface. The Python database API supply with database neutral programming interface for different databases. These are MySQL, SQLite, MS SQL, PostgreSQL, Informix, Sybase, Interbase, Oracle, etc. The Python database interfaces are categorized into two types. They are generic database interface and relational database interface. First, let us discuss about generic database interface. Most Python's database interface remains to Python's DB API standard and most of the databases have ODBC support. Other than that, Java database usually support JDBC and programmers can work with that from Jython. Next comes is relational database system interface. This employs a relational model with support of SQL. List of general purpose database systems are Firebird, Informix, SAPDB, MS SQL Server, Access, Ingress, MySQL, etc. Other than that, the list of data warehouse database systems are Teradata, IBM Netezza. There are other non-relational categories of databases. These are record-based databases, XML databases, graph databases. Using Python structure, DB API provides standard and support for working with databases. The API consists of bring in or import the API module, obtain or acquire the database connection, issue SQL statements and stored procedures, close the connection. Python DB API is independent of any database engine which enables us to write Python scripts to access any database engine. MySQL package for Python is PyMySQL. You can download it from the site pypy.org project PyMySQL. Then go to download files. Choose the package PyMySQL 0.9.3 or latest version. Extract the tar file and store it in the folder PyMySQL 0.9.3. From that folder, copy the folder PyMySQL. Paste it into the location in which Python is installed. For example, select C users, user, app data, local, program, Python 32 library folder. Paste PyMySQL folder into the Python library folder. Here go to the specified website. Then in that website go to download files. Then select PyMySQL 0.9.3 tar file. Extract it and it is available in PyMySQL folder. Choose PyMySQL 0.9.3 folder. Select PyMySQL, copying it. Move on to the location where the Python is actually installed. In this case, it is C drive, users, user, app data, programs under Python 37 to 32 library folder. Inside that, copy this PyMySQL folder. Now, PyMySQL is ready to install. For installation, you have to follow the procedure. Go to Windows command prompt, type the command pip install PyMySQL. If pip is not installed, then give python -m pip install upgrade pip setup tools wheel. Then you need to install MySQL connector. This is done with the help of the command pip install MySQL connector Python. Next step is to install WAMP server. Download WAMP server from the site specified, the wampserver.com, and install it in your machine. First run your WAMP server. If WAMP server icon is green in color, then the server is in the running state. From WAMP server menu, select phpMyAdmin option. You will get the window with menu options. Choose database menu, type your database name as employee, then click create button. Now your database is created. You can find that one on left side. If you want to create a table, click your database in left side, then you get the window with create table option. Now create table AMP and give field names as name, age, gender and salary with respective types as text or varchar, int or decimal, varchar and decimal. Now you can insert data into the table by clicking insert tab. Give the values for example and then select go option. One record will be inserted into the table. You can modify or delete the table also. Here from WAMP server, select phpMyAdmin, left hand side you are having the database. So under create database option, I have to give the name as employee, then select the create button. The database is created. Now The left hand side we are having the newly created database called employee. Now create the table name is EMP with 4 fields. The first field name is name. Here the data type is, we have to select the data type as varchar, length as 30, then the second field name is age, select the data type as int, give the length value as 3. In the same way, add third field called gender, select the data type as char, then give the length as 1. So, if you want to add more than the specified number of fields, then you have to specify add button, then one more field is inserted. Here the name of the field is salary. So, the type is decimal or float. Then give the length value as 5. Now, you have to select the save button. Now, the fields are selected. So, if you click the employee table, then the number of fields are displayed. So, the next thing is you have to insert the value for each and every field. Here I am inserting the value for the name as Diya, age is 25, gender is female and salary is 34,000. Then after that you have to click go, then one row will be inserted into the table. The corresponding query is specified in the dialog box. So, one row is inserted. So, we successfully inserted the row into the table called EMP. If you want, you can modify or you can delete the table using the options which are provided in the database itself. Python's database API consists of connection objects, cursor objects, standard exceptions and some other module contents. Now, let us explore connection objects. Connection objects create a connection with the database and these are further used for different transactions. These connection objects are also used as representatives of the database session. A connection is created by using the connect method. You can use a connection object for calling methods like commit, rollback and close methods. Connection.cursor method creates new cursor object for executing SQL statements. Connection.commit method commits the transactions. Connection.rollback method roll back the transactions. Connection.close method closes the connection. So, next we are going to discuss about cursor object. Cursor is one of the powerful features of SQL. These are objects that are responsible for submitting various SQL statements to a database server. You can use execute method to execute SQL commands like select. Next we are going to see about how to work with Python and PyMySQL. You can check whether the PyMySQL module is installed in your system with the command import PyMySQL. If this command runs successfully, you can now start writing scripts for your database. To write database applications in Python, there are 5 steps to follow. Import the PyMySQL module, then establish a connection with the database using connection object, create a cursor for the connection, execute any SQL query using this cursor, finally fetch the result set and iterate over this result set. Let us check the version of database by executing the code. First step is to import PyMySQL module into the program. Next, use connect method to establish connection with the database. here employee. As a result of this, a connection object is returned and saved into connection object DB for further use, otherwise DB is set to none. Next, DB object is used to create a cursor object, which in turn is used to execute SQL queries. In this program, SQL query to return database version is used. The result is fetched using fetch1 method and it is stored in data. Then print data so that database version will be displayed in the screen. Finally, before coming out, the database connection is closed by executing close method, and by doing this all allocated resources are released. Video 3. Here first step is to import PyMySQL package. Next, have to connect the local host with the database name employee by specifying the local host name, password and username. Then I have to create the cursor object. Here the cursor object is cursor itself. Then using the cursor object, execute the query select version. After that, using the cursor object, you have to fetch the data by using fetch1 method and it will be stored in the variable data. Then the data is printed, then the version will be displayed on the screen. So, do not forget to close the object connection object at the end of the program. So, the result of this program will be the database version 5.1.53 will be displayed on the screen. Now, we move into various database operations that programmers can perform within Python program. The first operation is called create. It is an SQL statement which is used to create a table. Insert. It is an SQL statement used to create a record into a table. Read fetches useful information from the database. Update. It is used to update those available or already existing records. Delete. It is used to delete records from the database. Rollback. It works like undo, which reverts all the changes that you have made. Next, we are going to see about how to create a database table using Python code. Once a database connection is established, we are ready to create tables or records into the database tables using execute method of the created cursor. Let us create database table mydbstu and check the created database mydbstu through PHP myadmin. Video 4. So, here as usual the first statement is import PyMySQL, then connect with localhost, then execute create database mydbstu. So, when you execute this code, the output will be mydbstu database is successfully created. So, now if you go to WAMP server PHP myadmin and select mydbstu database. So, that database is open and it is available in the left hand side, but no tables found in this database because we are not yet creating the table in the particular database called mydbstu. Next step is to create a new table in the created database. To create a table in MySQL, use the create table statement. Make sure you define the name of the database mydbstu when you create the connection. Let us create a table named student with the fields name, roll number and department. Now, the student table is successfully created in MyDBSTU database. So, now select the database MyDBSTU. So, now the table called student is created. Let us discuss about the next operation called insert. To insert a record into the table, insert into command is used. Commit method is required to make the changes, otherwise no changes are made to the table. Video 6, now import, then connect with the database called MyDBSTU, then execute the statement insert into student, name, roll number, department with the values, then execute the query, then db.commit method. So, after that the result will be one record is inserted. So, if you run this module, the output will be one record inserted. So, we can check whether the data is inserted by as usual going into WAMP server, PHP MyAdmin, select the database MyDBSTU and select the table student. So, if you see this, then one row will be inserted, the corresponding row will be inserted into the database table called student. Now, it is time to see about read operation. To select from a table in MySQL, use the select statement. Read operation on any database means to fetch some useful information from the database. Fetch one method, it fetches the next row of a query result set. A result set is an object that is returned when a cursor object is used to query a table. Fetch all method, it fetches all the rows in a result set. If some rows have already been extracted from the result set, then it retrieves the remaining rows from the result set. Row count, this is a read only attribute and returns the number of rows that were affected by an execute method. Video 7. So, here import PyMySQL, connect with MyDBSTU, execute the query, select star from student, then it fetches the data, all data and all data will be displayed. So, if you run this module, then in our database only one data is available. So, that one row is fetched and it will be displayed on the screen. Now, move on to delete operation. Delete operation is required when you want to delete some records from your database. You can delete records from an existing table by using the delete from statement. Connect with MyDBSTU and execute the query delete from student where roll number is equivalent to 121. After execution, commit. Then now we see that when we run the module, we see that one row is deleted from the database. Dear learners, till now we discussed about how to work with database in Python. Let us summarize the contents of this module. We discussed about the installation method of WAMP server and PyMySQL. Next, we have practical exposure on creating a database and a table, inserting data into the table, reading the contents of a table into the screen and deleting record from the table. I hope you enjoyed the power of Python for database programming. See you again in next module. Thank you.